Thank you for allowing me to speak. My name is Micah Forrest. I live in Rutherford County, and I have some serious questions regarding the election of Mr. Tom Walker as our new election administrator, as well as the prior actions of both Mr. Walker and the entire election commission. My questions are not along party lines. My questions are on the lines of a citizen of Rutherford County whose taxes pay the salary of the election administrator and the election commission. We count on you for honesty and transparency. Mr. Evans, I realize that you were not on the election commission until very recently, and you have not been a part of this, so please bear with me. I'm very concerned that your nomination process disregarded Mr. Walker's previous actions, and the following questions were not asked. So, I'm asking them tonight. Mr. Walker and the Election Commission, you have violated sunshine laws with regards to open meetings. You covered them up, and then you admitted to it only after you got caught. This seems to be a pattern. Mr. Walker, you broke Tennessee election law in July of 2010. Then you had the nerve to joke about it in a subsequent meeting, even laughing, making excuses. But you covered it up from July the 17th of 2010 until after the primary on August the 5th of 2010. Let me be clear. Losing the first Saturday of early voting may or may not have made any difference in any of the primaries or any of the general countywide elections. The voters of Rutherford County will never know. Regardless, the state election law of Tennessee was broken. The law is the law. You have stated that Mark Goins called your office on Monday, July the 19th of 2010, asking for the vote count on Saturday. Of course, Mr. Walker, there was none. There was none. My question is, why didn't you tell the citizens of Rutherford County that the election administrator's office broke the law? If the state knew it and the county knew it and you knew it, why was it not reported for more than 20 days? You knew and you said nothing. Mr. Walker, why? This seems to be a pattern. Ms. Jones, you just put someone in charge of $1 million budget without discussing his business history during any of your public meetings. Ladies and gentlemen, this seems to be a pattern. It is my understanding that Mr. Walker, Ms. Jones, and Mr. Gardner signed a pledge with State Representative Joe Carr not to run for the administrator job for at least 12 months after stepping down from the Election Commission. This was reported in the Tennessean and the Daily News Journal. It concerns me that a pledge was signed, sunshine laws were violated, state election laws were broken, and based on this record, Mr. Walker, you are the new administrator of elections. As a citizen, honest elections and honest election offices must be preserved. You hang a banner in front of your building that says vote. I believe in the right of that vote under the law. My comments are not Republican or Democrat, they are American. You work for us.
Time.
Chairman Jones, did you sign this pledge? It's time. When are my questions going to be answered? Are my questions going to be answered?
I'm sorry, sir, your time is up.
We'd like to hear.
You haven't answered my question.
We'd like to hear.
Yeah.
We pay you.
Excuse me? Yeah.
We haven't had our questions answered,
We're not
Ms.
gonna
Chairman.
have, we are not gonna have them answered tonight. I suggest that you schedule a meeting with us.
This is a meeting.
We
This is
schedule
your meeting.
an hour of our time.
No, you don't, no.
We need our
Listen,
questions
no one
answered.
took anybody's time. We want your answer to the questions we have. And quit dodging the questions.
I'm not dodging your
You are,
question.
you just did.
She told you
Answer
to
the
stop
question.
with, to shut up, not be saying anything if you want to stay.
Wait a minute, we don't
Hey,
need the
nobody
shouting
shuts
match
down.
at this
We
meeting,
shut
please.
Well, hey, I didn't start it, damn it.
Well, let's
I'm
stop.
gonna finish it though.
No,
Yes, I
you're
will.
not. You're not.
You don't yell at Clyde Jones. I'm telling you, buddy.
Please, sir, please.
Listen,
It's big, my big
The voters deserve an answer.
You're a whole
Did you
I
lot.
got
sign
much
this
better
pledge with Joe
person
Carr?
I
than
did
him.
not.
You're a better man.
I
You
signed a
exactly.
pledge that I would, this was
Heard enough.
18 months ago. It was not
You
a
did not
letter.
sign this pledge.
It was not a letter.
So the Daily News Journal is false of December
That
15th?
that there was a letter.
It said in
I
December the
don't-
15th of 2010 that you signed
I
this letter.
can't talk to you, sir. You won't let me talk.
Joe Carr personally told me he signed the letter.
Joe Carr personally.
Why did
Has
you not
anybody
report
seen
the
the letter?
law? Why did you not report the law
What's
being
next on the
broken
list, ma'am?
for
That's
20
what I was gonna
days?
say, what's next on the agenda? Cause I'm in a big hurry, and I was just wondering what's the next one's on the agenda.
We.
The next thing on the agenda is to approve the minutes. Has everybody gotten their minutes?
Well, I want to talk about Mr. Crowell just a minute. I think that's an issue that the commission should discuss. Is this the proper time, George, or you wanna put that on down here further?
Right now, it's fine with me, we'll hurry it up.
Well, I am a little concerned, and I don't wanna hurry.
Okay.
I'm a little concerned, about, the statement that Mr. Crowell made. He is a Democrat poll worker. He was, you know, both Democrats and Republicans appoint poll workers to represent our parties at the precinct. If he is to be removed from that precinct, or from working at the polls, he is to be removed by the Republicans. So, I mean, by the Democrats. So I'd like to know a little bit of the background from, I don't know what happened, if you can explain it to me, or if Rhonda knows, I'd like to know a little background about how that occurred.
I don't hire or fire anybody. You know, that's not anything that I do. I suggested to Rhonda, I was alarmed when I heard this guy's message. It was recorded. I didn't talk to him personally, it was left there, and I heard it, and I thought it exhibited extremist tendencies. I did not think that we need that kind of a person in the voting booth. It matters not to me if he's a Democrat or Republican. I just suggested that to Rhonda, and she took action. I can't call up here and say fire somebody. You know, we've been through this before, Johnny, that the people in this office, the administrator, is over the people that are hired and fired here.